And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, maybe without camera because I don't have which view should I use? Shit. I like the I'll use this view. I don't have a webcam, but it looks nice. Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. I am Screwbucket, Spaz, whatever you want to call me. I don't care. Tonight we are hopefully finishing our playthrough of Limbo the Lost. It's been a slog, but I really want to see the end. The ending is worth it. I've seen it before. I've seen a video of it. I want to experience it as it was intended. Tonight we're gonna get other people. We might get a Ginger, but tonight we have Raze, Ashley, the ever wonderful Ash. Hello, Ash.
Hello.
We have Popcorn.
Yeah, of course. I'm here for whatever reason.
And we have Kepler, who is in my lap and refuses to go anywhere else.
No.
Yeah, dude, I went to the vet today. And they will bitch like crazy unless I let them out of their carrier so they can just wander the car freely while I'm driving. Like they love the car just so long as they're not cooped up for it.
Yeah.
So, let's get this going. So, as a reminder, in case you're new to the stream, this hellscape, this abomination, is the only video game I have ever heard of made that wasn't just made in like somebody's basement. It's might be made in someone's basement, but I mean like a Newgrounds game or something like that. I mean like this was sold in stores. This was on store shelves. People paid for this. Actually, wait, Oh no, that works. Yeah. So this here is Limbo of the Lost. Like, can't I do a thing? Is there? No, come on. I remember there being a thing for this. Virtual screen 1. Ah, here we go. Well, that didn't quite go the way I thought it would.
Whatever you're doing, can we see?
Oh, right. Yeah, I gotta do that. There. Discord people can now see. Yeah, welcome to planet Earth.
If you hear like metal clanking, it's because I'm still eating.
No problem.
Okay. Oh, I know. I see what I need to do. There we are. That is a tolerable size. So yeah, this is the only like game that was sold on store shelves that I know of that was taken down due to plagiarized material. Look up the game if you want the whole spiel. It's on Wikipedia. It talks about all the games that it stole from and the aftermath. It is terrible. This game is horrible. The only way we've gotten through it is with a walkthrough. And once we finish this, I'm going to read the poem of Limbo of the Lost. Which is just way more effort than whoever made this should have put into it. I mean, really. All right. So where did we leave off? No, I'm not going to join you. Shut up.
AC just kicked on.
Let's see here. I'm trying to remember where, because the way I saved it was not helpful at all.
Sounds about right for these streams.
Oh yeah, we got a note that said there's more than one way in, didn't we? Let's see here. I think it was this. Yep, there's more than one way in. Gee, I wonder what's that alluding to? All right, no, we told the mayor about our theory. So now we need to go to the society hall.
Society.
You know, yeah, Dav is the murderer, definitely. I don't know who Dav is, but they did it.
I think Swift is referencing Dave's Dedider.
Oh, right.
The Pokemon trainer.
Yeah. Dav is the murderer! Came here, and there was another victim.
Until today, sorry.
No, go on.
Until today, I did not know that they made a watermelon-flavored Mountain Dew.
Why would you drink that?
Look, someone gave it to me. I'm trying it now, and it's not terrible.
I mean, that's not saying much. Oh, here we go.
It's not exactly good.
Father wants to talk to you. He said he has something to tell you.
Okay, child of the damned.
But first tell me, was it you who threw the snowball with the message inside?
My father wrote the message, but I made the snowball and I got you with the first shot.
Well, come on then. Let's go and see your father.
Gee, did you throw the snowball?
Thanks, Chucky.
You have something you'd like to tell me?
I will not say much. For those that do, it seems they soon lose their souls.
Murder!
Out of sight of the eye, there is an unbeaten track. Find and walk this path. There you will meet good and sound advice.
Thank you, sir. I do appreciate your time.
Now go. Time is running out for you.
What's up with the sound mixing?
Yeah, the Mountain Dew, it's not exactly good, but it's not terrible.
What is with this? Just... Alright, So, we need to go to the Mystic Cottage. Oh, what's this sign? Gee, I wonder if it's going to warn about... Yeah, curfew. Is Baja Blast available outside of Taco Bell yet? I know that deal was running out and they're relatively soon.
I don't think so.
I haven't seen it in a while.
No? Can't hear a thing.
Oh, okay.
Entrez-vous, Monsieur Detective?
Oh, hi, boobs!
So, how did you know that it would be me at the door?
Monsieur, am I not a mystic? Am I not most familiar?
Wow,
with
that
detective?
hair clipping, man.
Well, I hope so. You see, I was told that you could help me, but of course, you already knew that, didn't you? Yeah. So, can you help me find the Soul Taker?
Mon Dieu, s'il vous plaît, monsieur. Do not say those two words within this house. Shadows may seek even this place.
The fuck?
Hey, come on.
Well, that happened.
His reaction! Oh, come on!
Monsieur Detective, I shall tell
Looks
you
like somebody's got the
what
case of the
follows.
vapors.
Look again at the wall. You may progress further. Left, right, and center. Then on to the truth.
Yes, but
That is all I have for you, monsieur.
Oh, hi, Bubs.
Bonne chance and adieu.
Merci, madame. You have been most helpful. Au revoir.
Why haven't you done anything about this?
Interesting.
Okay, so I was about to politely ask that the characters move at least one of their neck muscles, and I immediately regretted all of my life.
Detective, I say detective.
Detective.
Found another one. It's Mrs. Hudson. She must have been caught unawares while setting out her pies. Of all the folk in Darkmere, it had to be poor Mrs. Hudson.
Wait, she was laying out her pies, so she's nowhere near the pie
God,
store.
Mr. Briggs, I tell you, I never seen nothing like this in all my years in this here Darkmere. Is this exactly how you found the body? Yes, sir. Ain't touched nothing, sir. Of course.
Wait, ain't touched nothing. That means that you touched something.
Hudson's
Yeet.
shoes hat.
That's how English works.
Now is not the time to jerk off, buddy.
Mm.
Stop it.
Is that a clue, detective, sir? It may well be, my friend.
Did you steal something from the scene of the crime, sir?
Whoa, thanks for that game. That was Alright. So we're at the End of Sin. So what did we pick up? Alright, so we got a cord from the End of Sin. We got a key. That's useful. And we got a cook's hat. So, I guess we... Alright, so we gotta go back to the End of Sin. Alright, so...
It's locked.
Oh, well, what about that door?
It's locked.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Wait, is this the key? Yep. So I think the game wants us to think that the perpetrator might be the owner of the inn, but the mistake they've made is they expect that I give a shit, which I don't.
Yeah, that's kind of an important
Fair.
step.
Like how, like I can't help but wonder, like, how much time did they spend? Like, oh, okay, hang on. So it's alright. So I need to go.
I was just kind of hoping you would say it's locked again.
Oh God, yeah, I was anticipating that. Oh my God, you're kidding me. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Like, hang on. Hang on.
That was very obvious, wasn't it?
Look at that. Look. How are you supposed to... Oh, fuck off.
Cameras can have more than one angle.
Okay, so... I think the only clue that it gives you that this exists is this. I think this is literally the only clue. Because when I was reading the walkthrough, I'm like, wait, what's it? I don't see any other openings. And I was to the right side of the bar. What? And then it's oh, you're fucking kidding me. You know,
Inside to the right.
You know, I'm not sure why this hand is doing that. I think it should be a middle finger. Matt. Oh, look, another key. Mwah. Ugh, that was some bullshit. What's in here?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I've just been staring at the compass in the bottom right for the past, I don't know how long.
Just slowly spinning around.
Sorry.
You spin me right round, baby.
Sorry. No, it's nothing.
Alright.
What was that funny?
So that's locked. Oh, you gotta take your shoes off.
Interesting.
That's...
I didn't like that face.
Interesting.
What?
Oh. It's like it's staring at my soul.
What?
Excellent.
Huh? How?
Excellent.
I Bono.
How do you not? Look, they look. Alright, look at that. Look at that. They are exactly the same. They are exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Take.
Interesting.
Alright, so if we go here now, and we look at the scroll, small scroll with some sort of strange incantation written on it. I call the Dark One, the One of Shadow, to do my bidding. Only me to follow. I invoke the Taker of Souls. Wait. So the Soul Taker is something that's invoked. If this is public knowledge, then why did the girl accuse me of being the Soul Taker? If this isn't public knowledge, then why do people know so much about the Taker of Souls? The Soul Taker. All right. So what on the screen should I click on next? What do you guys think is the interactable object here?
Well, I know this isn't the answer. I just really want you to pick the guy up and have him flail around like a Shimiji.
Is it the bright white light on the left side of the screen?
Nope. You guys ready for this?
Fuck. The matchstick that's like 2 fucking pixels. Got it.
Hey, it's at least 12. Alright, so now we gotta leave.
Oh, please do. I have... I was going somewhere with that and just lost my train of thought in the middle of it.
So what game do you think this has been ripped from? That's just like, I honestly would be interested to find out what all of these screens were taken from. Because like this was clearly stolen. Look at that. There's no way there's no way that's what that said before.
No.
Okay, so we now have several keys. We have an S key, an O key, and an I key. So the I key is definitely for the inn. What? Hello, metal
Well.
chain.
You just need an H key and a T key, and you can spell "oh shit" with your keys.
All right, now that just brings me back to where I came from. Come on, get me back to the damn map.
We going to PF Chang's.
That would be nice. Alright, exit to map screen. Here we go. Well, this is the only place that starts with an S.
I need a key. It's locked.
Yeah, no shit. I have the key. Oh, God. Hi there.
Oh, you poor thing. What in this world have they done to you?
Look at the horses.
For goodness sake. Who are you, I wonder? If only you could speak. Are you trying to tell me something?
No shit. You know, even if he was skinless, he'd still be able to open his jaw.
Ah, so this is your mare, and you're being held prisoner. But why?
Yeah, get all the use out of that animation you can.
This is not the prequel to Attack on Titan we wanted.
Look at your horse.
Look at my horse is amazing.
I am a horse. No, that can't be right. I love this horse.
We get it, game. The main character's an idiot.
These horses do not want to exist in this reality anymore.
Yeah, look at it. That horse is like continuously trying to do the splits.
I don't like his face.
I mean, that's every character in this game.
On a horse made of
Whoa!
crystal, he patrolled the land.
The background didn't change.
Might as well be
Well.
getting off and grab yourself a flagon at the inn. I've no more need of you tonight, Danny boy. I'll see you a bit later.
Shut those horses up.
Just gonna give them old nags of ours a nose bag, and then I'll probably join you for a jar. Horses for courses, me old son. Horses for courses.
Aha.
Of course. That's what the creature was trying to tell me.
I'm sorry, what?
He was trying to tell you a horse is a horse, of course, of course.
Danny is one of the men and horses for courses. I'm sorry, what? Like, the longer this goes on, the more confused I get. Yeah, I agree, Swift. Swift.exe is stopped working, and so have I. And no, if it's someone Cthulhu, no, I'm sorry, no, that there has been a plenty of shitty Cthulhu-based games.
This game, it has enough ripping off. The more I see, the less I know, the more I like to let it go.
Alright, so now we need to use the O-ring. And not the, like, it's not related to sex or anything, it's just an O-ring. Now, you'll notice that none of these stores starts with an O. So what you gotta figure out is, you gotta know, oh, this pawn shop whose name is slightly cut off starts with an O. So we go up to the door, and...
It's locked.
It's locked. So then we do this, and bam, we're in.
Look who's smart.
Interesting.
What is it? Don't just...
You know, not everything is interesting. Some things have to be fairly standard.
There's nothing happening.
Okay. Now I'm gonna look at it in my inventory. Oh, no, it complains a pillow. It's a really fancy pillow. And I guess we're stealing his glasses?
Yes. Let him not be able to see.
Because all video game protagonists have to be kleptomaniacs.
Well, of course. Alright, at this point... Well, what would we do, right? Like, what do we do with this inventory? Well, we go into the bric-a-brac store. And we'll see she's not wearing glasses.
You again, is it, miss?
Now that's interesting. Listen, I think you may have dropped these. I believe these are your spectacles.
What? You come round for some more, you say? Huh. Don't think I've got any more.
Hit shift!
What is it again?
No. These are your glasses.
I beg your pardon. I'll have none of that language in this shop.
These, are they yours?
Now look. I've told you once.
It wasn't funny the first time. It isn't funny the second time.
Oh my life. I've been looking everywhere for them. Ah, now that is much better. Thank you very much, miss. And is there anything else I can do for you?
No. Thank you, madam. You've done quite enough.
What? What did we establish? Why did we do this? How is this useful? Game? Yeah, I say I agree with Swift again. Just, you know, throw all this aside. Become a chef.
You do have the hat.
Yeah, just put that shit on. Now we're at the what is an abattoir?
I need a key. It's locked.
Oh, wait. Oh! Okay, so there was a point to this. Now, I don't know why the game expects you to think to do this, but after you give her the glasses, you go back in.
What?
And now she's gone, and magically there's an A key.
Yes, thank you for a game for booting us out of locations we still need to be in constantly.
Well, I had to boot us out so it could spawn the key in it.
Yeah, because
and she's on lady.
because having the character actually hand you the key and then leave would just take too much effort, and
Well,
there's none of that in this game.
why does she even have the key? Okay, so now we go in here. What?
Wow, what a stink. Interesting.
Just interesting? Just it smells bad? And that's it? You're not gonna comment on the clearer dead oh! Alright, hang on. I got to add the vegetables to my stew. YouTube, be entertaining.
Well, today is February 22nd as we record this, which means today is Washington's birthday. On that note, give me. What were you gonna say?
So it would seem.
Yes.
Hello?
Nope.
Is anyone out?
Go
I'm
away.
ignoring you. So in that
No,
case,
one's here.
let me sing you all a song. Washington, Washington, 6'8", weighs a fucking ton. Opponents beware, opponents beware. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Let me lay it on the line. He had two on the vine. I mean, two sets of testicles, so divine. On a
Ideas?
horse made of crystal, he patrolled the land with a mason ring and schnauzer and his perfect hands. Here comes George, in control. Women dug his snuff and his gallant stroll. Ate opponents' brains and invented cocaine. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Washington, Washington, 6'20", fucking killing for fun. Spread, spread, Delaware. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Sue me if I go too fast, but the sons of his opponents wish that he was their dad. Had a wig for his wig, had a brain for his heart. He'll kick you apart, he'll kick you apart. Ooh, he'll save children, but not the British children.
What the fuck did I come back to?
What? I'm singing about George Washington.
I don't think this is historically accurate.
How do you know? You weren't there.
At the part where you said he's coming, I was expecting you to say, and he's got a gun.
Game, how do I leave? Is this really the fastest path, game? Just gotta walk all the way around there?
Just gotta get a good view of the guy in his bubble bath.
And let's check our notepad. Alright, so we still need to do all this. What does this symbol mean? What's the stable character? No mention that the abattoir has a giant meat patty inside it made of people. So at this point we have a C key. What do you think the C key is for?
I am not gonna answer that.
Well, the answer is clearly the dead end. Why the dead end? Well, if you go to the dead end and you check out the dead end, there's nothing here.
That is indeed why it's called a dead end. Yes.
So then we leave the dead end and we go to the stables. Why are we going to the stables? Well, we're going to the stables, young woman, because Well, there's no more horses, and there's a button.
The horses have finally escaped this reality. I'm so happy for them.
A button.
What's
So something like A key. Key A.
So, in case you didn't catch that very rapid animation, we went back to the stables to push that button so that we can go to the dead end.
Yep, they made that very plain and obvious for you.
Left.
I felt that one, bruh.
Right. Ooh. And center. I love how they gave the appearance of these buttons being out by just drawing shadows around them.
Yeah. They just did bevel and emboss in Photoshop.
Interesting.
Drop shadow.
It's locked.
Oh no, a locked door. Well, so at this point, it's like, well, which key to use? Well, clearly, you use the C key. Why do you use the C key? Because I forgot to pick up alcohol on the way home.
This seems to be some type of crematorium. Wow. The smell of burning flesh is very strong here. Well, at least we know now why.
And it's turning you on, apparently?
Well, I think we should get back to Darkmere and wind this case up. And if I'm right, we don't have much time until the Taker strikes again. And my guess is the Registrar is next.
Why is the registrar next?
Because I guess I
Oh,
did
I love
my
this.
entire job.
What is the question mark? It's a furnace. How did you know that? Oh, so we can't call people yet because we still need to go to the pawn shop, I guess. Am I missing some of the evidence? I go back to the prison. We're just gonna save up for that. Ah!
Nom nom nom.
Alright. So now we go into the prison.
One of those skulls look familiar.
Oh, it was probably stolen from somewhere.
Probably. Okay, what tiny thing do we need to click on now?
Alright, so I missed a step. I had to have missed a step because we don't have all the evidence. So I have to go through the walkthrough and figure out what I missed.
Oh, goody. I need a snack.
Now, let's see here.
Ow!
This does give a clue. What am I missing?
I hit my elbow on my desk.
Oof. That hurts. Society Hall. Okay. I got all that. Alright. 2 receives on the wall. Oh, I see. I know what I missed.
Good, because I'm lost.
Interesting.
What's interesting? There's nobody here.
Interesting. A door.
Doors.
There's a knob, you know.
So we gotta go back to the Inn of Sin.
Okay. Okay, Swift, I love you, but piss off.
What did Swift say?
Oh, Nat is eating something. It's a Christmas miracle. I swear, the moment I sat back down after putting the veggies into the stew, the cat was like, I'm going right back on there, man. This is my lap.
What a good boy.
Ah. So, see, I forgot to grab this sack.
Utmost importance right there.
And I also need to take these cloaks.
Never forget to grab the sack.
And just all the boots, all of them.
Yep.
Every single boot, just shove it right into your rectum. Okay. That felt moderately productive. Now what?
I'm checking.
Onward. To the walkthrough.
This guy's moonwalk is crazy.
I have all the evidence now, right? You need to look at it?
So, can I just say, this isn't necessarily like a mistake on the game's part. It's just something that's bothering me in his little journal. I hate like just 2 exclamation marks back to back. It's like, I don't know why. It's like either 1 exclamation mark or 3, but never 2. I hate it so much.
Yep.
It's locked.
Alright. I clearly missed something else because... Okay. Going back through the walkthrough again.
Should I keep singing or would that be a distraction?
Oh, you can sing. Why not?
Sorry, just got cold feet all of a sudden.
It's fine.
Okay, do we have to have the snow effect on the map too?
Yes, the snow has to be everywhere.
It is rather annoying.
Okay. Go to the blacksmiths. Okay. Okay. Cellar, 4 cloaks. Okay, matchstick. Skinless man. Okay, got the A key. And I got the C key. Do I just need to go back here?
Are you gonna throw the sack in the fire?
No. The walkthrough
Yeah.
just makes it seem as if, oh! Wait. Missing something in the town hall and the pawn shop?
Hmm.
This is definitely Skyrim, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Not
absolutely.
Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, but yeah.
Well, yeah, the Oblivion, perhaps. Oh man, this sounds pretty freaking good right now, Swift. Is that a bong back there?
No, it's I forgot the name of it, but it's something used for alchemy.
I know, I just wanted to make that joke.
Okay. Oh, hey, Inns, how you doing?
There were definitely some dudes getting high out in the hallway earlier.
I'm just
Colorado.
gonna smell the aftermath.
Colorado, what are you gonna do? I mean, I actually saw them standing out in the hallway. There was a smell, and they were acting weird. Which, I mean, acting weird is not in and of itself weird. We're all in college here.
Hello. I'm actually still here.
I know you
Remember
are.
me?
Bruh, contain the calamity that is the horses that have escaped this game.
What am I missing? Got the motive. You guys are welcome to look stuff up too.
I'm trying to find something. We're having fun.
I'm not sure how open my internet would be to me doing that.
Fair enough.
But otherwise, yes, I would definitely do that, just to make the suffering not quite as long.
Missing something with the pawn shop.
No sense. No theory.
What are you missing from the pawn shop?
I don't know. 'Cause,
Hello.
Hello.
hey,
Sorry I'm so late.
you're fine.
Not a problem, dude.
It happens.
Alright, so what have I missed?
You missed the pile of meat.
That tells me absolutely nothing. Since when do we have a journal?
Oh yeah, we're in chapter 3.
We're trying to solve the mystery.
Yeah, and
Oh, fun.
I have the motive. I'm missing evidence, I guess. Let's head back to the town hall, maybe?
It's locked.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's...
locked.
So how does this snowy town connect to the really gross underworld thing?
No idea.
Cool.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out why it isn't letting us progress.
Well, I cannot help with that because I have no idea what's happening. I am missing all context. This is basically an entirely separate game as far as I'm concerned.
I think it's snowy because we've dropped down into, what is it, the third circle?
Something like that.
So we're like not in limbo anymore?
No, we're
I mean,
still in limbo.
It hasn't been explicitly said. I'm just.
Thoughts? Ideas?
Are you?
Anything?
Are you talking to
No,
the
we
pillar?
have no thoughts or ideas, dude.
Were you talking to the pillar? Because you definitely didn't knock on the screen that time.
Do you have any thoughts or ideas or anything, fam? We could use them.
I mean, hey, this is the first Limbo of the last stream that I've seen, so I'm not going to be
That's
of any
fair.
help.
There's a couple videos, but obviously I can't. Okay.
Yeah, I can't find anything. the walkthrough I found is just.
What happened to the walkthrough you were using before? Does it just only do chapter 1?
No, it covers it, but it's still not
Oh, you missed the furnace too.
Oh, yeah. There. I won't just keep knocking. Yeah, we found a furnace that looked like it was from a different game.
Yeah, and apparently our main character gets turned on by the smell of cremated bodies.
Oh, that's great. Love a necrophile, am I right?
Oh, also boobs. There
Oh,
were
yeah,
boobs.
you missed boobs.
Oh, I'm sad I missed boobs. I like boobs.
Wait. Okay, yeah, the walkthrough missed this part. Back to Unison. And oh, by the way, yeah. So Ginger, there's a door behind the bar.
There's a door behind the
Yeah,
bar?
look. See?
Wasn't it just so completely plain and obvious?
Great job with the set design, guys. It's almost... You can almost think that it was actually designed and rendered by you.
Yeah, doesn't it look like my character just belongs here?
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
What did you take?
A black candle.
Huh.
Ah.
Are we gonna use that for witchcraft?
Yep.
We're gonna summon the otherworldly entity known as the end credits.
Cool.
Then there's C. There's the button you push. But yeah, it's not, by the way, it's not actually snow, it's ash.
Oh.
It's not actually snow, it's ass.
Yep.
Oh, so this isn't snow. I thought it felt too sticky to be snow. Oh my god.
Duh. Got the apron.
Engaging.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, guys.
Engaging content.
How long does your stew need to go?
I don't know because I forgot to set the alarm. I'll check in a bit.
Was gonna have for an oh god, oh fuck, I forgot.
Swift wants me to finish the song.
Yeah, go ahead and
What
finish
song?
it.
Okay, it's the George Washington song.
Oh, nice.
He had a pocket full of horses, fucked the shit out of bears, threw a knife into heaven, and could kill with a stare. He made love like an eagle falling out of the sky, killed his sensei in a duel, and he never said why. Washington, Washington, 12 stories high, made of radiation. The present beware, the future beware. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Did I mention his 4 nuts? Well, he also had 4 dicks. If you took off his boots, you could see the dicks growing off his feet. I heard that motherfucker had like 30 goddamn dicks. He once held an opponent's wife's hand in a jar of acid at a party. Ring, whoosh, the end.
Fabulous.
Amazing.
Thank you. I'll be here all night until I have to go to bed.
I haven't heard that song in so long.
It just pops in my head on this day every year.
Figure out what was missing.
Where are we going?
Sorry.
I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. As far as I can tell.
Where did we get all this garbage?
Around.
The floor mostly.
The real question is, where are we keeping it?
Don't think too hard.
I thought we already established it's all up in his ass.
Prison wallet.
Prison wallet.
I think
Oh
the game
God,
might be
that
glitched
reminded
out.
me.
Oh boy. That's
Does
just
that
what
mean
we
we have
needed.
to start over?
Hey,
I don't have a good save to go back to, though.
Oh boy. You know,
Wait, Lance, do I need to look at the candle?
I don't like that smile, dude.
Maybe I'm still. Yeah, pardon the. I do remember from the playthrough I watched from, I think it was Vine Sauce. Like this was the part that really pissed him off the most.
I can relate.
Oh. Now it works. Okay.
Jailer, I would like you to summon all of the good citizens of Darkmere to a meeting inside the town hall immediately.
What, all of them, sir?
Yes, Jailer, my good man. Every last one of them.
But, sir...
You may tell them that Detective Briggs is about to unveil the Soul Taker of Darkmere, and any that do not attend will be assumed as guilty as the Taker itself, and therefore punished as befits.
Yes, sir, Detective, sir.
Sir, the evidence has been collected. The clues have been found. Now it's time for Captain Briggs to reveal the real Soul Taker.
Isn't Captain Briggs a soul taker? Didn't he steal a soul from that one guy's collection that was super proud of his soul collection?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I am actually still carrying around that soul, but don't think about it.
Like, you're
Wait,
one
wait,
to
quiet,
talk,
quiet.
Captain Briggs.
there is no snow falling upon Darkmere. All that falls from this sky are the stark white remains of the burned and forgotten soulless ones. Let me explain, good folk of Darkmere. Who among you can remember when the so-called snow first began to fall? Does it not seem more than a coincidence that the snow began to fall as the first poor victims also began to fall at the hands of the Soul Taker? And have you never asked yourselves where the Taker came from and why here in Darkmere? A Soul Taker, as you may or may not know, is a malevolent shadow, a shapeless, formless child, spawn of the four Dark Generals. But a Soul Taker is not free to roam the realms of Limbo at will. No. A Soul Taker must be summoned, and a price must be paid for the summoning of such a creature. So, who would be prepared to perform such a rite? And more to the point, to what aims? Among the good people of Darkmere, there exists, shall we say, a secret society. Ah, but this is no charitable group of prominent citizens anonymously aiding the needy. No, this is an evil, greedy, corrupt society whose lust for wealth and power means that they will stop at nothing to get what they want. The society meet in the small hall at the end of Dagger Lane. It consists of 4 members, one of which they consider the High Priest, or perhaps I should say, Priestess. What do you think, Miss Blackley?
What?
Of course, Miss Blackley, you can't hear me, can you? And I'm sure you can barely see me also. Mr. Scourge, how nice to see you. Ah, there he is. The landlord of the very aptly named Inn of Sins. A fine upstanding citizen, as I'm sure you'll all agree. Take a good look at these people, ladies and gentlemen. These people that you know and recognize. Take a good look. For what I'm about to tell you will not sit well. Within this world that is neither here nor there is one thing that you all have in common. One thing left that you can at least treasure. Your own soul. Now, the Keeper has given each of you your own soul bottle. And it's up to you to keep it safe. Ah, but these souls are not just precious to you. There are those that collect and trade in the souls of others. With each stolen soul comes a little more power. Since my arrival in Darkmere, I have been given and found many clues. Some helpful, some not so helpful, but all relevant. I took a charcoal
Is this going
bottle
anywhere?
from the door
Yeah,
at
it
the
is.
end of Dagger Lane, and I took it to the shoemaker, who confirmed that he'd made 4 pairs of boots, all with the very same symbol on the heel. The design for the boots was handed to the blind beggar, who in turn took it to the shoemaker. The blind beggar stated that the messenger had the smell of death about him. Also the smell of the fields. Hay, in fact. I do believe that Mr. Scourge here is the proud owner of an abattoir and a stable. 2 odors that would certainly match that description. I also found strands of hay on and around some of the victims. Miss Blackley. Ah, yes. Of course you're a little on the deaf side. Oh, and I see that you need to wear glasses. These I found at the scene of the crime. I recognized them because I'd seen Miss Blackley wearing them earlier. And then it struck me. Why would anyone, so partially sighted, go without her glasses? These, I believe, belong to you, Miss Blackley. You foolishly left them at the shoemaker's. You took them off, of course, unable to look for the design with your perfectly good eyes. Now, the pair that you're wearing now, I took from the shop of Omegas. Let's face it, anybody who genuinely relies on spectacles will know immediately
What? Never heard so much rubbish in all me life.
You know, Eloy.
And without the aid of a trumpet.
Alright, while that's going, I'm gonna go check on the stew.
Now, for those of you who don't
All right.
Have fun.
this is a stopper, a plug, a cord. You will find these
A plug,
in
you
every
say?
tavern.
A plug with sin on it?
Of those fine jugs of ale.
I like
Good
those
landlords
plugs.
will always have a number of these about person. Now, this one I found on the ground next to the dear old fire lady. A lady, I might add, who offered up two significant
Oh,
pearls
super fun.
of wisdom. The first was a question. Who do you know that likes to collect things, she asked. The second, a simple but telling saying. There are those who aspire towards an ultimate goal, seven from Limbo for one living soul. A note had been passed to me that led me to investigate the Inn of Sins. Now you may be surprised to learn that beneath the inn there is a secret passage. In one direction, the passage leads directly to a spot beneath the very meeting place of the secret society. But in
How
the other,
long is
it leads
this?
directly beneath the statue of the mayor. There
Why
was
do
no
you need to
footprint
describe all this?
so far.
Presumably the player would already
The
know.
accomplice, on this occasion, only had to stretch out from the opening to retrieve the soul. But as he did so, something slipped from his pocket. Yours, I believe. And finally we come to my old friend Onegas. Onegas and I have crossed paths before. He's a collector, you know. He just loves to collect things. He has a special room. Oh, not here in Darkmere, but down in the lower echelons. That is where he keeps his collection, safe and away from prying eyes. I've been inside that room, and I've seen them. Row upon row.
You stole one of them!
Stored and filed and ready for the highest bidder. You know, he once questioned me on the whereabouts of the safety of my own soul. My living soul.
Now, where's yours, I wonder? Yes, soul.
The taker is here. It sits among us. Ladies and gentlemen, that poor featureless creature that you see there has for some time been a captive, shackled and chained, locked in the stables, far away from the public eye. As you can see, the flesh from his face has been carefully removed, perhaps by an expert slaughterman. Ladies and gentlemen, this poor faceless creature is none other than your very own mare. Ladies and gentlemen,
Never,
I give you your
never
soul
wink again.
I feel like there was definitely a more efficient way to do that.
3, 2, 1. What just happened?
So why didn't this soul-catching monster do anything in middle of that
Oh, it did.
extremely long speech?
As our four conspiring friends have discovered. People of Darkmere, the Soul Taker has been banished. Your mare has been returned.
Where are you going? Are you leaving us?
Yes, I'm afraid I probably am.
Have to go now. My
father
planet
said
needs me.
that thanks to you, the snow has stopped.
What? What just
Oh, in
happened?
the dungeon.
Throwing you weight around like this. Okay, I get the message.
Well, that was some tonal whiplash right there.
Okay. Raven says, sorry for not being here. They're gonna go curl up in their Raven corner because they've been overworked.
That's fair.
So yeah, the stew isn't anywhere near done because the heater I had it on wasn't hot enough. So it's on the oven. It's on the stove now.
I really want to know why the Soul Stealer thing didn't do anything to stop this extremely long speech.
Every time I walk away from my chair, my cat sits back down on it.
Oh, bloody hell, this game's still going.
How long is it?
Now, we're actually in the home stretch now. Hey, look! Our inventory is shrunken down a bit.
We still have the soul that we stole. Like, no attempt to give that back to its owner. Like, I understand if that seems hypocritical from me as soul stealer, but the thing is that I'm not decrying other people for stealing souls, and this sea captain is. He's like, oh wow, stealing souls is so fucking evil, except for when I do it, I guess.
Protagonist-centered morality.
Oh my god. So take the map to the right of the doorway. Do you guys see the map?
No.
No.
You ready for this?
To the right of
Oh, so the wall. Take the wall next to the doorway.
Just rip that metal sheet right off.
Amazing. Top 10 game designs.
That's sound design too. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Okay, everyone got that? I thought my internet was just being garbage. Platform. Yes, thank you. I didn't know that's what that was.
Yep. Well, now you do.
Leave this place.
I'm working on it.
By order of the janitor.
I'm trying to leave. I like that the janitor has municipal authority.
Oh, some wire. Oh,
yep.
Oh, there.
That definitely wasn't a scratch in the lens. Weird Jimmy, that sounds familiar. Swift, what are you referencing?
You guys ready for my Chad repair skills?
Let's do it!
Oh yeah. Wow.
Did it with my
Great
bare
puzzle.
hands.
Yeah.
Great puzzle, very adventure game.
Chad
You have-
Vader. Man, Swift, I haven't thought about Chad Vader in years.
Wait, Ryan, you have bare hands?
Yep.
Fucking furry.
Last checked the 9th of September in 2009.
Mm-hmm. It's cool time in the underworld.
Well, what else would they use?
Hey, time is a man-made construct.
Demon time, of course.
Bullet time.
Yeah, like
Now, we're gonna look at this and
like
think.
the 9th Aurum of the 9th cycle of the 9th Temporosphere.
You're gonna look at this and go, "Wow, this chapter must be really long." It's like, no, it's actually it isn't the shortest chapter, but yeah, we're in the home stretch.
Ugh.
All right, and I gotta check on the stew again because it's not on a heater plate.
That's a
Well-
lot of towers.
Well, I already finished the Washington song, and if I start actually singing songs from Hamilton, then Twitch is probably gonna cancel us. So,
I know damn well I'm not entertaining.
Come on, Ginger, pick it. No, both the cats are on the damn
What?
chair.
What?
Both the cats are on the chair. All right, fine. You guys keep that chair. I'm gonna get another chair. There, I got my folding chair. You guys happy? You got my fancy AK racing chair, and I got this shitty green lawn chair. You happy?
You know, you understand you are the owner of the cats, and there's nothing stopping you from gently picking them up and moving them.
whoa! I like trains!
Ludicrous speed!
Woohoo!
Oh, that was short-lived.
That is
That
how
was an
trains stop.
adventure. That
Alright,
was the
alright.
most fun part of the game.
You have arrived at Tower 1. Now,
Is that the same fucking guy that gave us a worm out of his ear?
Yeah.
you're travelling with Rackham Brewing Railways, and, well, you know, we get you there. Actually.
Alright, that was cute. Wow. That's
Bruh,
cool.
You are no Wheatley. Stop trying to be Wheatley.
Right?
All right,
That's
so
what I was just thinking.
that was the reason why we came here.
To just look
To
at
see
the
that?
electricity for
Yep.
a second.
Yeah.
Great game design, 10 out of 10.
I don't know. I'm just following the walkthrough.
Does this mean we get to ride on the train again?
Yeah. And this time we go to the heart room.
I
On
like
beard.
trains.
There is no reason for the camera angle to be so close to the tracks.
You have now arrived.
Oh, I forgot to add something to the stew. Hang on.
Now, please ensure that you take all of your belongings.
Wait, why do you have it in the stew? It shouldn't be part of the stew.
Brewing Railways.
Raisins.
Well, you know, we
2
get
ounces.
there eventually.
Huh. Alright then. He is fucking stand-up.
I hope when he comes back, there's gonna be one cat on his computer chair and the other on the folding. Nice!
Gamer.
It's a frog!
Hello, gamers. Oh!
Hey, Matt.
Actually still here. Remember me?
Sadly, I do.
Goodness.
How are
I
you,
think
Matt?
it's very funny that I join and then immediately my internet is like, no, I don't wanna. Hey, y'all.
Your internet knows what Spazzy is enforcing on us.
He's not enforcing anything. I'm here of my own free will, and boy, am I paying the price.
I think we all are.
How many ounces? Oh, hi, Foxy. 2 ounces, please.
Yeah? Yeah, man? Sorry, I screamed directly to the microphone. That was funny.
How many ounces? Oh, hi, Foxy.
And he really is just standing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is fucking
So,
stanced up.
Fox, you were lucky. You missed the boring as hell detective scene.
Oh, that's right. That's right, I forgot about that. Thank you, Ian's. Yeah, I forgot about the fucking detective scene.
Yeah, like it like changes game genre for a good, a good minute. A warm heart is a happy heart by order of the janitor. You better be happy.
By order of the janitor.
By order of the janitor.
Heart.
Oh no, guys, the heart is broken. Okay, now we leave.
Uh-oh. I
Damn,
wonder if
same bitch.
symbol is...
I'll toast to that.
Foxy, you're breaking my heart.
Yeah,
Heart.
and? Move it out of the way then, dipshit. I'm sorry, I love you.
I saw the smoke coming off the heart, and I just thought it had heartburn.
Oh my god!
God, Foxy, when you laugh, it's like a shrill shriek that breaks
I'm
my
so
sound
sorry,
balancing.
I'm so fucking sorry. I am. Oh, I loved it. Did the skew on that train? Oh,
I love the train.
Heart out.
You have now arrived at Tower 2.
What? What did you say to me? I'll kick your ass. What did you say to me?
We hope you've enjoyed your travelling with Rapid Brewing Railways, and, well, we get you there. Eventually.
You know, the more I drink this watermelon flavored Mountain Dew, the better it gets.
Oh my gosh, I'm too scared to try like any Mountain Dew. I'm also scared to try like
What?
any form of Monster Energy.
Hey,
like,
hey guys, look at this room, right? All right, so we're in this room, and we go through this door.
and it looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looks
like
exactly-
it's totally the same game, right?
God, is that a Half-Life background?
Might be.
The other one.
Might
we were
be.
just at.
That does look like the same train from Half-Life.
No, not
You have chosen, or have been chosen, or have been chosen. This isn't the right script.
Famous Half-Life train. Fucking Silent Hill looking ass. My favorite part of... I almost said my favorite part of South Park. My favorite part of Half-Life is when Gordon gets fucking thrown off the side of the hell bus.
No, you should have said my favorite part of South Park is when Gordon gets thrown outside of the hell bus. That'd be even better. Yeah, why did you
Famous
correct
South Park
yourself?
Character Gordon Freeman.
You know, no smoking. It's
Oh, this
bad.
voice clip plays every time?
Yeah.
Ugh, love that.
Yeah.
Famous South Park character, Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay and his trusty crowbar. What the fuck?
Hello? Yeah?
Are you okay?
What? Who is this trespasser? What is he doing walking around my lovely
He's not trespassing. I don't even know if he can make it like to where you're standing. I think you're fine.
Is that the janitor?
Yes, the janitor. Don't be rude. The uniform's a little odd, but you know it works.
Well, maybe
okay.
he's off the clock right now. That's some very clear, like, leather.
I thought he walked up to the wall and just like rammed his head against it, like just a solid thud. You're like, maybe I shouldn't bother him. He looks fucked up.
Yeah, I think we caught the janitor LARPing.
I just love that smoke. Look at that. Look at that. Avengers could never. Look at that.
Well, I hope you're getting all this.
God, I just every time he makes eye contact with me, it's a
He was like, I hope you're getting this. And I'm like, nope.
Oh, should we have been paying attention?
Oh God, oh fuck.
You're actually listening to the story, bro?
What the fuck's wrong with you? I love this image of a speaker. I think it's supposed to be a speaker. I love it. It's so good.
I don't know, could be a moldy frisbee for all we know.
It's a nipple. It's very.
Oh my god, it is. It is a nipple.
Censor that out, there are kids here.
It's a nipple.
It's a fucking dark elf nipple.
God, it is. I can't unsee it. So we need to repair the track on number 5. So clearly our next stop is Tower 3.
I don't know if I said this last time. But
Can we go around and collect all the dark elf nipples?
I wish.
We gotta get that 100% Chivo.
I'm tired of all the random souls and shit. I want dark elf nipples.
I don't know if I've said this, but I love that the map is just like inexplicably like. First of all, it's not a good map. Second of all, it's a pentagram. That's it. That's my only comment. I just love that it's God. Sorry, I forgot that he moves like a Club Penguin character. It's really good. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Oh god. Hey guys, where's
Yeah?
where's the metal bar?
To the right of the dark elf nipple.
Oh my God. What? Oh.
Great.
Does the
amazing.
tap trick work on this game? It better.
Nope. That's Flash Play.
I know that it doesn't. I know that it wouldn't because it's like not a Flash game. But
I mean, isn't it? Is this not like 2008 Newgrounds?
Flash game.
Yeah, this is like 2008 Newgrounds.
Yeah, it is. It very much is. Actually, I wonder if this game would like. I don't know if it runs badly, but I feel like it would run better on Flash.
I mean, it might have previously. I don't like. You can't really, test it. And I gotta check on the stew again. Make sure it's not boiling.
I actually need to go do a couple things, so see ya.
Later.
What?
Later. I love, like, he walks up to the screen, comes to a complete stop, and smiles. And I don't know why that fucks me up the way it does, but it's so funny that he walks up, and then he just smiles. Like, it's one frame difference, and it's hysterical to me.
Yeah, but we're gonna go as long as it takes to finish. Either as long as it takes to finish it, or 3 hours, whichever comes first.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna take the skull here in the fuel room.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh god, I forgot that it ASMRs you every time.
Thank
you. Oh, you went over the smoke! You went over the smoke!
Wait, what? Oh my god! Oh my god!
I love you! You're beautiful! You're beautiful!
What is this? Okay, so this confirms to me. This is absolute confirmation that basically this game is a bunch of static images with poorly rendered animations with you just like transforming yourself across the screen.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. This man does not exist on the same plane of existence as this universe.
He's too powerful.
So yeah, now that I've started sitting in the fold-up chair, the cats aren't sitting in the AK racing chair anymore.
I'm honestly surprised he doesn't like go over the border of the game. Like I feel like that's entirely within the realm of possibility.
Right?
Sorry, he didn't enter the train, he just went behind it.
And now he's entering.
Yeah, now he's entering. Hello, King.
And now we go to Tower 4.
I bet you the only reason he actually even goes behind, like, the sides of the train is because that's a pre-done animation.
No, I think he does it because it has to do with them disguising the fact that all of these these are screenshots and stolen.
Yeah.
Because like they have this angle.
Yeah. God, I just love that he, like, the jarring, like, lack of transition between walking and standing. And I also love that he stands, like, listen, the further away he is from the camera, if he's facing it, it's it's always really funny. He stands, like, at the end of a room, the way, like guys stand at the end of grocery store aisles, like, very ominously, wide stance, bald fist, a pose, like, just the most stock photo human you can
Do you
imagine.
even lift, bro?
I mean, he clearly doesn't.
Alright, now we go to the parts room.
This is just...
Wait, I was already in the parts room. Game.
Hello? Where am I going? God, I also love the steam when the thing comes to a stop. It's so good. God, if this game were a person, I would love to meet it and enter in a very tumultuous relationship with it.
Alright, so now we go to Tower 5.
Are you going to make out with this game?
I would let it steal my money and spend it on, like, a fuckload of Skittles, and I would get mad, but I would never break up with it, because I just know that, that I'll never do better. God, look at it. Sorry, I keep stopping every 5 seconds to just say, God, look at it.
Look at it! Look at it! I want all of you to look at it!
Look upon this wretched thing.
Yeah, totally the same game, right?
I'm trying to I'm playing I Spy. I'm trying to figure out, okay, this looks like a, oh god, I was gonna say, I guess Phantasmagoria, maybe? No, well, no, this was mostly stolen from, like, PS...
Oh god. Hey, guys.
PlayStation games,
Guys.
right? Oh, you know.
They just gave up on making anything, like, actually look like it's there, huh?
I hate that when he just smiles. I'm sorry. I deeply hate that he stops walking.
Oh god.
And, like,
Look.
a frame, like, oh, are you good? God, I'm sorry. I'm just obsessed with the way that he moves.
Oh god. You know what I'm so upset over? The fact that
Yeah?
Fox like won't be able to see in real time the trap door that was hidden behind an asset.
Oh, like, as in there isn't even pixel hunting. Doesn't, like,
Yeah.
it
No,
doesn't
no.
there were not even a pixel to hunt.
Yeah. No. Like you can find the pixel, but there's no like visible sign that there's a door there. There's no reason why you'd move your mouse there.
Oh,
The cursor changes slightly. That's the only hint you get.
Oh my god.
You have arrived at the turnkey room.
Oh wait, no, that's not what I want. I want to go to.
Now I'm, like, trying to figure out, because I think, like, the assets are mostly PlayStation games, right? So
Yeah.
you're not going to see a lot of FMVs. Or any. I don't
Yeah,
think.
did they make this themselves? Like everything is sort of, did they make this?
I mean, I don't know. My walking speed is very, very slow. You're looking at it,
Okay.
ain't you?
So I used the tongs on the skull to get metal
naturally.
teeth,
Wow, intuitive.
and then I used metal teeth on the metal bar to get a metal bar with metal teeth on it.
Okay.
And then I use this on the broken track. Good as new!
That's
This was
definitely how
made-
that works.
This was made before microtransactions, so I don't even know what the point of having puzzles this fucking stupid is. Like, I just don't understand.
Look, yeah, it's fixed. See, the X is gone.
Oh, nice.
Now we go back to the design room. Yes, he does say that every single time.
Thank you for gracing me with
It
your
was
voice.
kind of funny the first time. Like, it was actually kind of funny the first time, but now it's really annoying.
Wow,
Let's
that
see.
sounds like this game in a nutshell.
What do you think the odds are that they don't know how to only have that audio play once?
That
Or
would
at
make
least,
sense.
I'll put it, because I don't think that's the case, but I will posit that at the very least, they didn't know, they encountered an error, not an error, but just like an oversight where it's like, oh shit, this audio plays every time you get off the train, and they were like, put it on the to-do list, and then that to-do list got crumpled up and thrown under a chair somewhere, and it never got addressed, and they released it. Somebody was like, hey, did you ever take care of the fact that the audio just goes? They're like,
Alright, because Foxy wouldn't shut the fuck up. No, you're fine.
Give you a
We
Looney
need
Tunes kiss.
we need to fix the heart. No, change it. We need to change the, charge the tracks. Oh, whoops.
We have to fix the heart. You better get duct tape.
Hey,
and
I
chocolate.
wonder if there's speedrun records of this game.
8 years. 8 years is the speed run. I love the way he just walks behind the train. Look. Mwah. It's beautiful. It's art.
Like if you think back to like the very start of the game, this game has a lot of like pointless rooms that don't mean anything. What?
Yeah? Can I? God, he has such sausage face. Yeah? What? Did the cutscene glitch? What the hell is?
Watching through my fingers.
Oh, we didn't get to write it this time.
We charged it.
Oh. Okay.
That's
Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
we're festive.
So that is the reason why we went to the design room, talked to him. He's like, you need to charge the tracks. So we got back on the train, went through the Willy Wonka tunnel, and now we're coming back to talk to him.
Oh, you know, as you do.
Because, you know, we don't have a defibrillator, so alternative methods, I guess.
God, that.
Oh god, holy fuck! Jesus Christ!
Everybody that has ever shat on any FMV game, I want you to go pray to God for forgiveness. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Go call Darkseid 2 stupid again. I dare you. Look at this.
That's like... Have you ever wanted a muffin, but it was like all the way over there?
Me using my psychic powers instead of getting out of bed. If you have ever shat on any of the following games, hunt down the Freeman, Darkseid 2, Darkseid 1, Phantasmagoria 1, I want you to shut the fuck up.
Wait, what about Phantasmagoria 2?
Look at this! Look at this!
Wait, what about Phantasmagoria 2?
Phantasmagoria 2 owns.
Yeah. What about that gay romance, right?
You know that's exactly why I say it owns. Also because of Blob. The rat, I love her. I love her.
I might start doing this where I play old like FMV games, like every other Monday.
That sounds nice. I want to do that.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Every NPC in this game, I'm so fucking lazy. Help me do shit. Same.
Well, that's adventure games in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you might notice I came here before and I wasn't able to pick this up. Well, now I can.
Oh, you know.
Great.
Reasons.
It's a metal pin.
It was glued to the floor before, but now that the tracks are charged up, it's been released.
Yep.
Yeah, it scared the glue away.
Well, if only the Gorilla Glue hair chick knew that. That would have been useful.
Oh, wait, are you talking about the girl that, the person that glued, Homestuck horns to their head?
No, she used Gorilla Glue instead of hairspray.
Oh, that's right! That's right!
If only someone had told her that all she had to do was stand next to an electrified train track.
Yeah, it was so easy.
Well, no, it's not just electrified train track. It has to be an electrified train track that forms into a pentagram and is piloted
train tracks.
and is piloted by a janitor that won't shut the fuck up.
This is true. Do not Google this. Every train track in history forms a pentagram. Every single one. Don't Google it. Don't look it up. Trust me, I would never lie to you. I'm your friend.
Okay.
I would never lie.
So
Also, every train station is run by a mad janitor. It's not because they couldn't spell engineer.
Yeah, that's also it. I think that a very funny epic prank to do.
oh my god. Hey guys,
Engineer.
did you see
Yeah?
the item that we need to pick up?
If it is under that thing on the left, I might like. I'm becoming unhinged.
I'm coming apart! Dear mother of God, I'm coming apart!
Well, I guess it's up to me to maintain some semblance of sanity among this group. I always knew my lot in life was to be a designated
Oh,
driver.
did I miss a spot?
I love you and I appreciate you. You're the only one with brain cells because I've given all of my brain cells to you because I know you know what to do with them. God, I love that he walks behind the train. Oh, I love him. You are so ugly.
The smoke, and behind the train, he's got so many talents.
Get you a man who can do both and also nothing else.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, I'm back to the design room because I forgot to pick something up.
Okay.
Now, please ensure that you take all of your belongings with you. We hope you've enjoyed your travelling with Rack the Brewing Railways, and, well, you know, we get you there. Eventually.
God, I can't unsee the dark elf nipple.
I'm so sorry for my brain rot.
And get some cables. Just pull it out of the wall.
Why would you want to unsee it?
Yeah, just some cables in the wall. Just gonna yank them out.
I love that the cables aren't really like. There's obviously like some kind of breaker thing right above them.
Wait, no, look.
There's just a hole. There's just a hole.
No. This was done with MS Paint.
Oh yeah, definitely. By me. I actually did the illustration for that room. So
You're a
don't worry about
plagiarist?
it. Yeah, I did. I plagiarized half my genes from my dad. I'm fucked up. I'm evil.
Did you plagiarize the other half from your mom?
No, I earned those, so shut the fuck up.
And
I'm
now
sorry.
we go back to the heart room.
Pretty sure it's called the ribcage, bruh.
I would love a doctor to just use a wildly incorrect word for the ribcage.
Yeah, so your ticker box in the heart room is clicking at the wrong talk.
Listen, the kidney lobster tank is looking real bad, bud. You don't even want to see the pictures I got, but here they are anyway.
Well, Fred, has your think box collapsed?
Doesn't it look like he belongs here?
I am obsessed with the JPEG artifacts. Look at him.
Just gotta. Yep, use that. Use that
Those blinking
transform tool.
eyes.
Good.
What?
Now hurry up before she goes critical.
Those blinking eyes look so natural.
They
The
look good as
eyelid
hell.
blinking was definitely from the same source as the eyeballs.
And
Rooms that make me wish I hadn't called Hermaeus Mora ugly.
Oh, well, it's not much. I'll see what I can do.
Give me a big old kiss.
yes, he's using that wooden hammer. Yeah, and now we're back here.
What? Oh, that platform is not as big as I thought it was, or rather, it's way bigger than I thought it was. Oh.
What the fuck?
Oh my word, what's happening?
Welcome to Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
I was just having a nice little snooze and minding my own business. And now I find myself here, I don't know where I am.
Ooh. Can I get... Wait, no, hold on!
Did I get right up here then?
Sir, your dick is smoking.
Wait,
Wait! Where am
When did
I?
I-
Who am I?
when did I get stuck in a Voltron?
Is it what?
I don't...
Oh no! We're off!
Bye!
Oh, it's okay.
No.
It's Doug Dimmadome.
Owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome?
That's the guy. Oh, okay, seizure warning, I guess. Way too late. Oh god. What? The chair is fine, though.
Is this blackface?
You are emitting a rank aura right now.
Yeah, so that was chapter 5. That was chapter 4, everyone.
Amnesia the Dark Descent
Alright.
wishes it was this.
Turn in your... I hope you've all filled out the pamphlets, the little fill-out things we gave you during the presentation. Turn them in now. Every missed point, I cut off one of your
Thank you
fingers.
for attending. So you know that that race critical theory that Trump was trying to ban? This is it. He was right the whole time.
Chapter V. Holes.
Holes? I love that book. And that movie. Wait, does this mean that this chapter we're gonna get hunted down by an actual cannibal?
Okay.
I hope so.
In Limbo of the Lost, the Freeman hunts you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look at the fire again. I know we already talked about the fire,
Oh,
but look
God.
at what?
What the fuck? Game design.
And it's a sloth door knocker. It just says sloth on it.
Everything becomes cool and demonic if you list one of the 7 sins randomly with no context.
Close up of shield? Brrr.
So,
Bleh.
bleh.
Bleh. You don't even want to know what my skull looks like. Look at these cheekbones. What the fuck?
So you're supposed to remember their icons and positions. I'm not gonna do that.
What?
Okay,
Man,
hold
I
on,
don't even know
hold
what
on.
I'm actually supposed to be looking at here.
Hold on, let me see if I can recognize those.
Oh, hang on.
Or not, it's fine. We don't have to.
No, I'm sure you'll recognize some of them. Like, you know, you got,
Oh, it's Sailor Moon. Okay, yeah, I know. I've been here before.
Well,
Yes, some
Guys!
of them aren't.
female
This
side.
whole time, this was a prequel to Sailor Moon?
Those symbols symbols are not all Sailor Moon symbols. You've got ones like Mars, but I think I also saw like Capricorn.
Oh, guys, look, it's the death statue.
Cool.
My favorite guy. Death.
We,
Okay,
all right, now.
I did not think that was the floor, but okay, kid.
Now, I will say, Matt, I need you to restrain yourself at the end so you don't deafen everyone when you laugh.
I apologize, and I will try my best. I will not just scream nearly as loud. I have a suggestion. Next game you play should be Town with No Name.
Oh God, I know what game you're talking about.
Yes! I think about that. Meanwhile lives in my head right fucking.
Meanwhile.
Madison is grappling with the fact that not every issue can be settled with a committee.
He's having a moment.
Let's see here. Okay.
God, I love how you just. I'm sorry, I can't stop. Like, I can't stop being just absolutely, like, sucker punched by the way that he stands when he faces the camera, and like the split second before he like cuts into a smile. But also, like, the best closed-lip smile I've ever seen on both human and cartoon in history.
I'm glad that this guy doesn't have, like, a model where he's sitting, because I feel like he would just be man-spreading the whole time.
Oh, you know he would. I really wish he had a model where he was sitting so that I could recreate the, Club Penguin dance. I really want to.
Oh look, there's another door knocker.
Door knocker? I don't even know her. Yeah, I'm sorry too. God, I love that his sleeves are shiny.
Alright,
I
so
like
let's see if you guys can spot the interactable item.
Okay. No, can't. I don't think it's on the screen. Whoa!
Okay, I was about to say the candle over
Yeah,
there, and then I thought, no, that's too easy.
Is there any way we can interact with the light that inexplicably just forms a perfect circle no matter what objects are ostensibly in front of it?
Nope.
No, don't worry about it.
Oh look, that looks like it belongs there. One drought creates famine. It takes two to make a war. The three plagues of pestilence brought death to the fore. Signed, Felspar. Love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Yeah, my
you were
friends-
really committed, you'd put an XOXO, but okay.
Yeah, my friends make references to the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse too. You're not smart.
You're not special.
This isn't
not
how we all talk to our good friends.
Oh wow. Hey guys, look, it's the other door knocker.
Oh my god, it looks so good!
It doesn't look like it belongs there. It's shaded differently.
It's just
In the
so
word-
good, and it's so, like, sexy, and whoever refused to use the blur tool for the entirety of this project, I think your dick is massive. Good for
In
you.
In the words of Chad Warden, that looks like a dildo.
It's locked.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, doors tend to do that.
Go back to the main room of the
Limbo
Citadel.
Lost. Where's the door hole?
What? I put it right there. I'm gonna cut it with the.
I'm gonna animate it later.
Wait.
He's over the lightsabers. He's just standing there a minute.
Can I
This
just
is-
say?
Wait, hold on, Ryan. Don't move. Don't move anything.
You screenshotting that?
I am. Don't
Good
worry
man.
about it. I think you already probably know what joke I'm about to make, but
Good man.
mwah.
Can I just say my favorite version of the Drake where's the door hole is Drake where's the body of Christ?
No, my favorite is Drake Where's the Door Hole, but it's in Castlevania. let me just do.
Ah, not what I wanted.
Hey, are you asleep?
Yeah, I am. Mind your business.
Oh.
Give me a moment. Gluttony, candle. Okay.
I honestly, I make this joke so often. I'm shocked that that I don't just have a transparent version of this motherfucker just saved. Ah!
Interesting.
Is it? Is it interesting?
I don't think so.
I love how
Shut you
that was almost
down.
coy. I don't think so.
Dump. Take. Bump.
I honestly feel sorry for him.
are
Can you imagine if every time you did anything, some fucking weirdo was whispering, take, touch, and I would lock myself in a room and starve to death. I'd be like, get out. Never open your mouth again.
We are a thief, we are a criminal, we keep stealing things.
We have grotty little pistain hands.
Excellent.
So yeah, we need to make
Eggs?
wax seals. So we just take these
Excellent.
various metal seals that we got, and we just make wax seals of them.
He cut off earlier, and I thought he had said eggs and nothing else.
Eggs!
Oh.
Down!
Eggs!
Eggs.
Win.
Gee, I wonder what order I put these in.
There's no way to tell. We might as well give up.
Famine goes in 1.
Oh, that's the sound effect I would have used.
Wars 2. Pestilence 3.
And I looked and saw. I'm on a horse.
You sound like you're reading test results for the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and they all did garbage.
Except for that horse. His rider is one of the Old Spice guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that dude owns. Good for him.
Wait. I have Envy. Which one are you? Envy, Gluttony.
Weird ghost that whispers every time I try to take things.
Okay. I'll be back for you. Don't worry.
It was so reassuring.
Oops.
It's like, oh, thank you, Spaz. I won't forget you.
Thanks, Buzz. I really appreciate it. It was very sweet of you.
So, when I did that with the seals, I just heard a sound. There's nothing to indicate that all the way over here.
Oh, you know, on the way.
Yeah.
Wait, no, where did that come from? Absolutely not. Rewind. What did you just say to me? Huh?
And that's all we do in this room.
Amazing.
It's so
And now we go into this
empty.
room.
I'm obsessed with how it's just a giant empty room and you do one thing and then you fuck off. forever.
And there's this room.
My favorite of warehouse number 8.
And we're done.
Oh, okay.
Game design.
Well, wrap it up, folks.
And we
Get
go
the fuck
into
out.
this room. This one's far more important than the other two, by the way.
Okay.
This door knocker.
There's 2 things to do in
No, and now we're done.
it. Okay. So sorry. So sorry.
And this one is the most important of all of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I love that fire.
It's only getting better, honestly.
And
also, I legitimately did not even realize that was there.
Also, the grate in front of the fire with just that beautiful Photoshop bevel and emboss effect. Mwah.
Yeah, it's flawless. It's flawless. Once again, Marvel Studios wishes. Get your fucking special effects artists the fuck out of my office.
This is a certified green Mark Ruffalo moment.
I forgot about that stupid.
Oh, I forgot about you. It's like seeing a lost lover after years. Hello, beautiful.
So now we go east. Close up. Don't mind if I do.
Creepy.
Sloth, envy.
That's just straight up an orc from Lord of the Rings.
So I just want to preface this with I'm sorry, but not nearly sorry enough to have just not done it.
Okay, I honestly thought for a moment you were going to replace him with Leonardo DiCaprio.
My choices were that or just like an image of Donkey Kong. Don't ask me why I got possessed. God, I love this head. Sorry, it's so good. Look at him. What the fuck is this face?
He looks like he's tasting something.
Yeah?
He's tasting something tasty.
God, I am in love with that image. Oh, not as in love with this one!
This one is greed.
Hey, what's up,
He's
guys? It's Scares
laughing.
here.
That's an indication of greed, right? If you laugh, you're greedy.
I mean, yeah, that's the truth.
He looks like J. Jonah Jameson when he's doing the laugh.
Listen, I had a friend in high school that whenever we saw each other, instead of like greeting each other like normal people, we would literally only say, "Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scares here," and that was it because we were fucking insane.
All right, this one is envy.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good expression for envy. Yeah. If she breathes, she a thought.
This one's sloth.
All women are queens.
Oh!
That one looks like the meme of the that one looks like the Hillbilly Hick meme.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see what lust looks like.
What is this? What is that?
Kiss
all right. Fox, are you?
He wants a kiss.
All right, now for lust. It's lust time, everyone.
It better be a dream.
Like, look at your nose. Oh, it's so sexy.
Oh, I have a screenshot of it. I have a screen. Oh my god. Me and the boys. Me and the boys.
It's very dark down here.
Rhinotoxomania, what are you gonna do?
Oh, okay. Well.
Ah, crap, the floor ate him.
We're timed for this one, guys.
I made in Spore. Oh, show me those beautiful baby blues.
It's the Squidward waking up meme.
Oh my god. These horses kind of rule.
Knows you. Where is the seal? The chosen commands your death.
Hey, this isn't relevant, but who wrapped your hands in plastic? Like, is that where you guys display skeletons?
No, No, he's just... It's glue.
Oh god!
The essence, is this gonna be a fucking time trial?
Yeah!
With our walk speed? With our walk speed?
Yeah!
He put glue on his fingers and he likes to rip it off.
You know what else? This also makes me think about old, like,
Oh god,
escape
why is
room.
it flashing?
Oh.
Pride. Oh.
Enter West. Don't mind if I do.
Why is it flashing?
Oh, you know. It's a timed event in that every minute is a new, like, risk of a fucking seizure. It's immersive. This is... Oh, okay, is the music over? Okay.
You would think they would have picked a track that actually matches the time on the timer.
Well, yeah.
Also, I hate how the animation when you're zooming into the hand, it like pops back out to the podium and then fades into the hand. Like that's so distracting.
Oh my god. Wait. The symbols that you're lighting up, when it zooms out slightly, they're just like screenshots of the symbols lit up, so it doesn't even match. So it like there's a brief second where they won't match with the yep.
Oh my god, you're right.
Beautiful, beautiful. For a split second, also I thought the fucking hourglass was air.
Well, I don't know how you're supposed to figure out what the order of this is, but
I think it's the order of the because those symbols were in the ring of hate before that thing that's on the left there.
Yeah.
So I think you were supposed to remember that order, but I mean that's still like, what? You tinsed it. Well, write it down.
You
Oh, it's Destiny. Destiny. Okay. Yeah?
Oh right, I forgot our captain guy is supposed to be like a chosen one of something for some reason.
Yeah, he was chosen to be in this game. Don't be rude. What?
It's like there's no established conflict, like there's nothing we're supposed to be. Is this the only reason it's been a Ouija board this whole time?
What?
This one thing we needed it to be
Alright, guys, quiet, guys, shut up, it's time.
Oh my god.
It's time, guys, the ultimate cutscene, what we all came for.
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh.
Wait, here it comes.
Okay, this looks like a Tomb Raider. Oh.
Guys, quiet.
Yeah?
What's going on? I can't see a thing.
Oh, way. I forgot about this.
That sounds really groovy.
Listen.
I tell you what, let's see. Well, his eyes do seem.
I don't like how his teeth are stretching.
After all he's been around, and in my beauty should be crowned.
Must I keep looking at this man?
Limbo. Well, he's had his ups and
You can actually hear the voice acting,
smiles and he's had
like how everyone's the same voice actor. Just listen.
say he should be crowned.
Kamehameha. Me and the SCPs.
He took his courage to the brink. If it were me, I would turn to drink. Well, that's the reason I think he should be the
Cough into your elbow.
king of Limbo. Yeah, he had to beat enough sins, but at least he kept his nagging him. I think that we should be crowning him the king of Limbo. Take it away, Ranger baby.
Yeah?
Yeah?
What more can a poor boy do? Working for the likes of me and you. What more can a poor boy say? But I could use your help in any way. We've all had fun, you must agree. Even though interactively, but now we feel that break should be the king of Limbo.
Is this
Hey.
not everything I promised?
This is...
My face is stuck in an expression that I cannot describe.
I'm like... Where am I?
People have paid money for this?
Yeah.
I didn't pay enough.
That's it! That's how it ends!
Oh my god. I thought...
Or is it?
No, it definitely is.
No,
Wait, wait, wait. Hey,
Fucking sequel bait for this garbage?
You are such a poor loser. Double or nothing, my brother. I accept. The book. Where is the book? It is where your precious mankind's curiosity might find it. Then let the battle commence. Oh, it already has, dear brother. Already has.
Okay, well, get on it. I'm waiting.
Oh god.
Croucher, you
They were
beautiful
so
bastard.
confident!
I am...
They were so confident that this was gonna go somewhere! Oh my god!
It's going right into my porn folders.
Oh,
where it's
Majestic Studios indeed.
going. Oh, yes! Yes, very much so.
Oh my god, that was the entirety of the credits.
4 people. I want to know where they stole that tiger from. Wait, does anybody remember Zoo Books? The book?
Yeah.
I will bet money that it's from that.
Oh my god, yeah, so that's, that's how it ends!
A solitary tear has left a track down my face. I am in awe. I am speechless.
I am... I'm not...
Alright.
I'm piecing these for solid.
I'm literally not exaggerating about anything I'm saying. Like, literally a single tear.
I feel like I got teleported.
Alright, so let's try and be charitable.
I love it so much.
No, like, legitimately, let's try and be what could they have done to make this less shit? Besides not make it.
So, I mean, definitely, so even though, like, first of all, stealing assets is scummy, but also very clearly it has contributed to such, like, a fundamental, down to, like, just the basic user interface of the game, a feeling of, like, disconnectedness. So, I think that mainly, like, first of all, your motive to not stealing things should be, it's wrong to steal assets. But I think your second motive should be that naturally, because you were taking them from so many places, nothing in the game looks like it belongs.
Yeah, and Swift makes a good point. It's snarky, but yeah, whoever was game design behind this was clearly, like, the number of rooms that you pass through that exist purely to pad the game is ridiculous.
It's bizarre, and, like, that's why earlier I was like...
Discord stream, it's, like, hurting my ears now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned it down. I mean, I controlled it, but I turned it, yeah. But, I actually said it earlier that it's very weird, and that I almost got confused for a minute, because, like, in my mind, in the modern day, you know, having that many rooms and this many obtuse puzzles is like so that people pay for microtransaction hints. And so, because this game existed before that, I'm like dumbfounded. I'm like, why? But why?
Yeah. I mean, the reason is because so there's this old game called it was like Revenge of Pumpkinhead or something like that. I'm never gonna play it, for the record, because it is worse than this in terms of it being convoluted. Spoonie and another guy did a video on it talking about how you beat the game, and it makes no sense. But adventure games are hard because because you think you know how a solution, how to put something together, but you know the solution. You're starting knowing, so it isn't as easy as it seems.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else has ever played. So once again, showing my Newgrounds here, but if anybody's ever played the Trapped series on Newgrounds, there is a puzzle that stays in my head day and night and haunts me. It is a puzzle wherein, in order to, I think you have to give it to a cat, you go fishing in a sewer. Now, in order to fish in this sewer, you naturally need a fishing hook. And so they use a banana both as bait and hook. A puzzle so bizarro that I am sure I'm misremembering it and adding, like, logic to it to some extent.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the level of, like, what, how, and why.
Yeah, like, one of the reasons why I brought up how this was just an old Newgrounds game is because, like, in the early days of Flash, I remember this very well because I was a big fan of, like, escape room games growing up. I still am.
Yes! Do you remember there were so many fucking, Friday the 13th escape games. I think there was one where you just, like, you fight Freddy Krueger, you fight Jason. Retsuprey has an entire playlist full of just we played Newgrounds horror games.
But if you look at those old games, what you'll find is that a lot of the old adventure games, like, keep in mind, like, this was like a growing art form, right? Like, people, like, adventure games have existed for a long time, like all the way back to, like, thinking of, like, Curse of Monkey Island and all that. But these were amateurs making it, and what you find are, like, a lot of puzzles where stuff doesn't really make sense. Where you pixel hunt I think, Frog, you brought up the whole tab thing.
Yeah, my instinct was to say, hey, does the tab trick work, even though this wasn't a Flash game?
Yeah, and the reason why the tab trick was even conceived is because of these adventure games where you try and click on shit, but you don't know where you're supposed to be clicking. And amusingly enough, why Flash introduced something that made it so you can't do the tab trick.
Which, listen, I understand, but also I need that. I know it's for babies, but I need it.
So
I guess, if you don't know, by the way, the tab trick, essentially, most Flash games, I don't know, I feel like it used to work pretty consistently. Most Flash games, you could press tab, and every clickable thing would be highlighted in, like, a yellow box. And it basically, if you were spending your hard-earned human time just playing Flash games on Newgrounds, and they had Flash games are also very similar in that they had a ton of stolen shit, Google images, stuff that both looked nothing like the surrounding environment and blended in so horrifically that you had no hope of finding it. So the tab trick was kind of like the only way to get through. Yeah. The only way to get through, like, half of the games on the platform.
Yeah, and like, Limbo the Lost is basically an old a bad adventure game that somehow got sold on store shelves.
Which, I mean, props. I do think there is an achievement to be had there. Like, you did it. Win.
Yeah, so, people were excited about this back in the day. And the reason I know is because I decided I'm not going to read it, but somebody wrote a poem that covers the entire game. It is a walkthrough in poem form.
Oh my god. This is just like that walkthrough, that, I don't know if it's still up, but there was a walkthrough for this god-awful game called, Decay the Mayor, that was very condescending and would, like, insult you. It would give you hints, but, like, half of the hints were like, you're a dipshit, definitely don't check, like, the closet door, or something like that. Like, it was very rude to you. It was funny.
For the record, the length of the poem, it is 31,728 characters long. Hang on, let me.
Can anybody get the specs on
Word count?
Homer's Odyssey, the Iliad, great epics of our time? That's not of our time.
Well, it's 876 lines long, and it's a poem. So maybe like up to 8 words a line.
Ode to a GameStop bargain bin.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, and the guide I was going off of, it was written in 2007. And you know that it's this old because it finishes with the brothers, fate and destiny converse. Where is the book? Let the battle commence. Limbo of the Lost 2, flight to freedom.
Was that on GameFAQs?
No, this was on a website called Game Boomers.
Oh my god. Well,
And it's actually still wow.
Say more.
No, this website is actually still updated. It was last updated in January of 2021.
All right, good job.
Yeah, so that was Limbo of the Lost.
I'm never getting any of that time back.
Yeah, but now I can say I played the game.
I am older,
I would
wiser,
definitely
and
be
also
down.
stupider.
Yeah, I definitely lost brain power to this, but I'm happy to. I gave it up willingly. I definitely would enjoy having like every other stream be like we play a shitty game. And I say this because one of my friends recently gifted me Hunt Down the Freeman because we're all obsessed with that god awful game.
Oh
and
my god, you have.
I am absolutely willing to sacrifice my soul for.
You have to play that on stream. Like you.
Oh, you know I'm gonna.
All right. So I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. I'd like to thank Ginger, Popcorn, Fox, and Rays for joining me tonight. I'd like to thank Swift for being our sole audience member.
You're beautiful.
And I would like to thank the developers of this game for having the balls to actually publish this piece of shit.
Yeah, I think it's an achievement, and also make no mistake, I definitely enjoyed my time. I enjoyed the ending cutscene very much. It left me with a feeling I would compare to meeting God and realizing he likes anime that you hate.
Okay.
Oh!
Looks like you
I
have
forgot to add mushrooms to the stew. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye, Mark.
We love you.